Welcome everyone. This is Rocco's movie review, and it's kind of a unique experience. Rocco and I went to see Baywatch in Long Beach, and we were the only two people in the theater.
Yes.
So outside of constantly having to tell Rocco to turn his phone off is pretty cool. That's not true. Rocco knows me. He would never put it. It was But to hear Rocco's review of Baywatch, I give you our amazing movie critic, the one and only, Rocco Pasafume.
Thank you very much, Howie. Yes, I did have the great pleasure of seeing this week's movie with Howie. The movie is Baywatch, of course. It's directed by Seth Gordon, and it stars Dwayne Johnson, The Rock, and Zac Efron. As Howie hinted already previously, it's about disgraced Olympic swimmer Matt Brody, played by Efron, who must prove himself as a lifeguard on Baywatch to his lieutenant, Mitch Buchanan, played by The Rock. We all know that Baywatch is based on a very popular 90s television show that starred David Hasselhoff, and in many ways, the show became very, very famous for being jiggle television, basically. I mean, initially it started more in earnest, but after the show was canceled on NBC, it ended up on syndication, and the jiggle factor kind of increased exponentially. And yes, it's done in this movie. The movie is very, it holds true to the television show and how incredibly silly it is, and I think it adds to it, with the presence of The Rock and Zac Efron. I think the both of them really have good chemistry, and, I think, even, they're pretty much the anchors of the whole movie, pretty much, because a lot of the movie, a lot of the attempts at humor at this movie are a little crude and a little really too over the top sometimes, but I think when you have The Rock and you have Zac Efron doing it, I think they make it very, very enjoyable.
I don't want to interrupt Rocco, but there was one exceedingly crude scene in the morgue. But Rocco, you won't. Don't go into detail about that. But it was as crude could be in a morgue. Use your imagination.
Yeah, if you saw the preview for the movie, then you'll have a good idea of what I'm talking about here. Howie talking about, naturally. But other than that, it was very, very entertaining, and the movie does have an earnestness at its core that makes it fairly enjoyable as a great guilty pleasure. I mean, I don't know if I would say, spend $12 to go see it in the theater, mind you. But if you do want to see it, I don't think you have that much to lose. I think you know what you're pretty much getting, pretty much. It's a silly movie with two great actors who really, kind of have fun with it. And I think that's part of what makes me kind of endeared to these kinds of movies, is the fact that, there's a sense of, you kind of know what you're getting, and you have these guys that are just kind of enjoying themselves with it. So yes, it's in terms of comedy, it doesn't reach a high bar at all, and sometimes the humor doesn't come quite as furious and fast as you would like. To borrow a pun from another movie The Rock's in, but I think if you're looking for a nice little guilty pleasure, this definitely won't hurt nearly as much as you would think. So overall, I give Baywatch 2 out of 5 stars. So thank you very much.
All right, Rocco, thank you very much.
Yes.
Thank you, Rocco.
Yeah, thank you.
Does anyone want to hear what